Okay, we're on the related stage code. And this is the stage code that's related to taking a derivative. All right. So what I want to do is just, yeah, it's a short section. And again, we're hoping you're getting more and more familiar with using a computer algebra system. All right. And we certainly have spent some time in the past, like I said, a great deal of time. Hopefully you're starting to play around with software. All right. So reset. And I can't say it enough times, please, before you start a problem, reset if you're using Sage. The reason being is you're going to clear out any junk in the memory. So let's put this over here, x equals var. And what's the var? We're using x. I'm going to say f of x is equal to, I'm getting a little tired, so I'm going to type this in by copy pasting. All right, and put this over copy. And I'm going to paste it in. Oops. Remember, copy paste doesn't always work. Now let's talk about this command over here. It's the first time we're seeing it, diff. What does that mean? Differentiate the function f of x, comma, with respect to x. So we're doing df dx. Wow. I got to be honest with you. That looks crazy difficult. Have we done this one? Of course we have. We've done this one. It's not bad. All right. It's not bad. All right, let's keep going. Let's do g of x. G of x is being assigned. It's a function, by the way. E. Now you might wonder what E is. It's Euler's number, e to the x minus 1. All right. Wow, looks like a tough one. What they want to do, differentiate g of x with respect to x. That's dg dx now. Wow, we got an answer. All right, let's do something strange now. Let's plot g of x. These are two functions. We'll take a look at this and then we'll talk about meaning later. And for star x minus, let me repeat this, we said it before, but the log in Sage is actually the natural log. That is typical in mathematics in general, by the way. The natural log of 2 plus 1. Okay, I'm looking at that, and I'll be honest with you, that looks a little familiar to me. And that's so true about life, that when you start to engage yourself in the homework or in the study material, things will start to look familiar to you. Not to say, I'm just saying familiar. So what I want to do, I want to scroll back over the notes. And yeah, it's a problem. Sometimes we scroll back over, say, I can't remember anything. And I certainly, am guilty of that as well. And I can't remember what I had for dinner or what I watched on TV or whatever. It does happen. All right. That's going to happen when you get older. It gets even worse. Ooh, looks like it might be something like this over here. All right. So I'm going to look at this, and this one has no scale down here. So I'm going to try to improve my picture over here. And I don't know, I'm going to try to improve it. And I'll talk about, how I would improve that. And the problem with this one over here, I'll be honest with you, using this particular software, Sage, tends to be somewhat difficult. So I just want to maybe use a different software now. All right. Now this is me. I'm always telling you, one package isn't enough for you, right? One tool is not enough. It's like having a tool chest with a screwdriver in it. It's not enough, right? So what I want to do is I want to plot this out. So what do we want to plot out? I want to plot out e to the x. I'm using different software now. I'm using a software called Grapher. All right, that's g of x. I see that right now. And I want to graph the other function out. And so you can do the same axis. I am. And what's that other function going to be? And I'll write it down for you. It's 4 times, let's see, x minus. Now in Grapher, actually type in ln in Grapher. And this is something you have to realize, that not all software behaves the same way. All right, now that could be a problem. All right. Now I'm reading this thing as 4 times, x minus log 2. I think I did that. And then plus 1. Let me just take a look at that. Yeah, I'll do that over here. I think I did it right. I'm seeing it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to, zoom in. And I'm going to zoom into the region that really kind of interests me a great deal. This region over here. All right, I'm going to go back to my Sage graph and I want to see if I can improve it. So in my Sage graph, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say X min is around, I'm going to say -2. Let me post over so you can see what I'm typing here. Sorry about that. Transparent terminal is nice to have though. And I can say the X max is, the reason I'm pointing out the software, it's easier for me to use Grapher than it is Sage. So I'm going to say 1.5, about. Let's say it's exactly. The Y min is, I don't know, about -0.5. That's like -0.6, right? And the maximum, let me pull this down. That's transparent, it's a little blurry, right? I can say about 2. I make mistakes a lot. Don't worry about it if I make a mistake, and I could always correct it. So I'm getting a better picture. All right. So I'm getting a picture that's very similar to what I have over here and very similar to what I have in Grapher. Very similar pictures. Right now, so certainly we did this problem before. And what are we doing? Well, we graph the function, we graphed its derivative at a given point, and we talked about that in notes. So you should be looking at the Sage that we provide to you. And I kid you not about this. Look at the Sage that we provide to you, and then start saying to yourself is, I wonder how it relates to the problem set we're just giving. Again, we're not trying to teach some elaborate, a bunch of coding, but enough to get you started. Enough, to get you started. You may decide to go back in the notes now, right? You may decide to go back in the notes now and look at these problems over here and wonder, could you do these problems doing Sage? I'm going to say yes, but I'm perfectly honest with you. A lot of times it's a lot more difficult to do something in Sage than it is to do something by hand. All right. So let me just do one more problem. I want to see if I can remember. And I'm going to just quit this out. I don't want to save that. I'm going to go back to my Sage. I'm going to clear the screen. I want to repeat this. So when I clear a screen, I'm not clearing the variables out. I'm going to redefine x, f of x, x has already been defined as 2 star x raised to the -1/2 power plus 3. What do they want? They want me to get the derivative of that function. So diff f of x with respect to x. Okay, I get an answer over here. Now, by the way, I want to point out this instruction did not say use Sage. What did it say? Compute f prime using the limit definition. All right. What did I do? I did not use limit def. I just did derivative. Let's go to scroll through it and look how difficult that problem was. What's the answer over here? Well, let's take a look at that. Well, you know what? I guess what I did was oh no, what they did was they rationalized it. They multiplied top and bottom by the square root of 2x. That's why they had the answer over there. Don't be concerned about that too much though. All right. So I want to do the limit definition now. All right. Let's put that down. Limit. Well, it's going to be, oh, I got to define h, don't I? I don't remember if I did that before. H is of r. Limit. Let's see if we can do this. of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, and h goes towards 0. You're going to be shocked sometimes when you type something in the Sage, it doesn't understand what you want. Don't be discouraged. All I can say is try again. Are we getting the same answer? Of course we are. All right, I'm going to type in something else for you. I'm going to type in bool. And I want to verify that the answer we have here is identical to the answer they provided in the notes. -1 divided by 2 star x star square root of 2x. 2x typed in 2 star x. Remember, if I type in something wrong, it'll let me know. It says it's true. All right, that's good news. All right, so that's it for the Sage. I realize for a lot of students, this is overwhelming, particularly those students that have no desire to go into any STEM-related careers. They wonder, do they really need to learn how to use a machine? I would say give it a try. And the reason for that is you just don't know where you're going to end up in life. You may end up where you actually have to learn to program. All right, it's just a small introduction into using computer algebra system. Thank you.